Kevin Henkes, children's author and illustrator.
I grew up loving books, and I grew up loving to draw and paint. I remember going through a car phase where I just drew cars. I remember drawing cartoon characters, copying them from the newspaper. It is sort of fun to think back and wonder if maybe I knew at some level that I would be an illustrator, because that's what an illustrator is.
Henkes both writes and illustrates all of his books. He says that since children's literature is often the first exposure to art that children have, this urges him to make the very best books possible.
The first mouse book I did was A Weekend with Wendell. I used animals because I thought I could better tap the humor of the text. Lily first appears in Chester's Way. She's such a contrast to Chester and Wilson. And I like coming back to her. She lends herself to story quite well. Lily's Purple Plastic Purse is a great example of how a writer can see something in his or her life that then ends up in a book. I was waiting for a plane, and in my waiting area there was a man and his daughter, who was about 6 years old. The girl had a purse with her that made music when she opened it up. She was driving her father absolutely crazy with the purse, which I found completely amusing because I was not a parent at the time. But it was one of those moments where a light bulb went off above my head, and I had a notebook with me, and I began working on what became Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. When I do the finished art for a book like Lily's Big Day, I do the pencil sketches, I do the refined pencil sketches, then I do a black line drawing for every piece of art in the book. After that, I have to figure out what colors to use when I'm painting. These are a couple of sketches where I was trying to figure out the colors of Mr. Slinger's wedding garb, what color Lily's dress would be, and what color Ginger's dress would be.
Kevin Henkes uses mice for many of his characters in his books. This has been an introduction to Kevin Henkes. Thanks for watching.